Hi everyone, welcome to this week's lesson where you'll learn how to develop a business case for innovation. A business case is a written document that you can use to get senior management on board with your idea. Even if you have the best idea in the world, if your business case is no good, it's unlikely management will support what you're proposing. So, obviously it's a very important step in the innovation process. Now, there are a few more reasons why you'll need a solid business case. The first of these is to justify the risk of investing in your innovation. Because you're wanting to do something new, something that hasn't been done before, there's a chance what you're proposing will fail. Preparing a solid business case mitigates some of the risk of investing in your idea. The second reason why you need to write a business case is to convince management to endorse your particular innovation. They may completely agree with the customer need that you've identified. They might think, yes, this is a serious problem that our customers are facing, but you then need to convince them that your idea is the best solution to solve that problem. And the third reason you need a business case is to ensure that you think logically through everything that's required to take your idea from concept into project status and then finally delivered as a successful innovation. So some compelling reasons there for why you need a business case. Let's now look at the 9 different sections that make up the document. First of all, you have the executive summary. This is a really important section because it provides a one-page snapshot of your entire business case. Importantly though, you need to write this section last. So you go through, complete all the other sections, and then summarize each of them in this one-page overview. Let's now get into the other sections and have a look at what they contain. The second section is all about the need. What is the problem that you're trying to solve? So this is something we've talked about before, and all the work you did in the customer observation task will fit into this section. Remember, you need to explain the needs in terms of the customer. What customer need have you identified that's crying out for a solution? In the next section, you explain your solution to the need. What is it that you think the company should do to solve the unmet customer need? Now remember, your solution must be super easy to understand. Your audience needs to be able to get what you're proposing straight away. So there are a couple of strategies you can use to help convey your solution easily. First of all, if you have pictures or diagrams, this is the section to include them. Give a brief visual understanding of what you're proposing. Another thing you can do is tell a story about how you came up with the idea for your solution. Maybe you saw something similar work in another industry. Well, relate that story. Talk about how you came up with your idea and why you think it's going to meet the customer need. The fourth section is where you explain why your idea is innovative. You don't want to propose a product or service that's the same as everything else. So, this is the section where you convince management that your idea is unique and will help the business stand out from the crowd. A useful definition I use for innovation is new ideas that create value. Looking at the first component of that, you need to convince your audience that what you're proposing is a new idea. Importantly, it doesn't have to be an idea that's completely new to the world. You might be borrowing an idea that's been used in a different situation or industry. That's okay. If it's the first time it's been applied to your situation, then that satisfies the concept of newness. Likewise, obviously, if you've come up with a completely new idea. Now, looking at the creating value component of that definition, well, if you're solving a real customer need, then that's the first step in creating value. The second step is for your innovation to provide a positive return to the business. There's actually a whole section later in the business case on benefits you expect from your innovation, so that's where we look at the value component of this definition in more detail. Okay, in the fifth section, you need to demonstrate that you've done some customer research and that potential customers actually want what you're offering. Go out there, speak to potential customers, and get their feedback on your idea. The objective of this section is to convince management that your innovation will be a success with customers. Now, the easiest way to get this information is to go out and conduct a survey. Identify the target market for your innovation and then go and ask as many as possible what they think. If you've come up with an idea that customers actually want and you've explained it well, you should be able to get some really good data supporting your innovation that will help convince managers to invest in it. In the sixth section, you should talk about your design and development plans. What stage of development are you at with your idea? Is it purely conceptual, or have you developed a fully functional prototype? Discuss in detail what you need to do to develop your idea further and get it ready for implementation. The next section is really important because it's here you outline the investment required to make your idea happen. How much money will the business need to invest to take your idea from concept to reality? Some of the things you need to include here are how much your design and development plans are going to cost. You'll also need to budget for project management, so how much time are people going to have to spend on your idea to turn it into a success? Try to put a figure on how much that's actually going to cost. And finally, allocate some money to market and promote your innovation so customers will learn about it and have a chance to actually adopt it. I just want to reiterate that this is a very important section because it's half of the equation dictating whether it's financially viable to invest in your innovation. So, put a bit of effort in and try to get the investment requirement right. Then, the eighth section is where you get to the upside of your innovation. This is where you clearly explain the expected benefits of your idea in order to convince management that it's worthwhile making the investment. The different types of benefits you need to capture are, first of all, obviously, the financial benefits from your innovation. How will your innovation help your company make more money? If you're proposing a new product range, how many sales do you think it will achieve, and how much profit will that make for the business? If you're proposing an innovation that significantly improves production, then identify all the savings that will result from those improvements. Really spend some time figuring out the financial benefits from your innovation and explaining them clearly. But financial benefits aren't the only types of benefits. Your innovation might also have a social impact, which is still a valid benefit because it might enhance your company's standing in the community or its relationship with customers and employees. So, if there are social benefits to your idea, make sure you quantify them here as well. And finally, there may also be environmental benefits from your innovation. There's a lot of pressure on organizations to be more sustainable, so if your idea helps the business achieve that goal, capture those benefits in this section. And then the final section of the business case is the ask. This is where you explicitly ask for the funds and resources you need to make your idea happen. You might want to say something like, to move our idea forward, we need X dollars investment, we need so many people working on the project for so many months, and then we need your approval to start promoting our innovation to customers. Always finish your business case with the ask and make sure your audience understands what's required to take the idea to the next step. Okay, so that's all the elements of the business plan. Let's have a quick recap before we finish the lesson. The first section is the executive summary, which you actually write last. Then you clearly articulate the need, followed by your solution to the customer problem. Then you explain why your idea is unique and will help the business stand out from the crowd. And in the fifth section, you need to detail your customer research, the evidence that you have that customers actually want your innovation. Then discuss your design and development plans, what needs to happen to make your idea a reality, followed by the investment requirements, how much the business needs to invest in the idea. And for that investment, what benefits should they expect to see? Finally, finish off with the ask. What do you need to move your idea forwards? So that's it for this lesson. I hope it's given you a good understanding of why you need a business case for innovation and all the information that needs to be included. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in class where we're going to apply the business case framework to our case study. Thanks a lot for watching.